All right, welcome to the first week of the Rotom Appliance Draft League offseason. We are up against Fuego this week, and he has a very threatening team. He's got Cyclizar, which is solid, always. Even in high-tier leagues, Cyclizar is very great. In low-tier leagues, it's going to be even better with Rapid Spin and Regenerator, solid Pivot with U-Turn, very fast. Meowstick for prankster stuff, with prankster screens and Thunder Wave and things like that. Haunter, which hits surprisingly hard and is very fast for a not fully evolved Pokemon. Rotom Heat, which is very, very strong with either Specs or Scarf for pivoting. Terra Wo-Chien, which can terrestrialize into a Poison Fairy or a Ghost type. Just a reminder, we do not have Terra Preview, so I won't know which of those three he is until he terrestrializes. Wo-Chien can be crazy hard to break because without its bad typing, it's just really fat and just kind of sits on the field. Terra Glaceon, which can terrestrialize into an Ice, Electric, or Fire type. Swampert, which is very, very solid. Stealth Rocker, Knockoff, Flip Turn, Earthquake, stuff like that. Glaceon for Wish Passing, which is very good. Spidops for some Sticky Web. And Copperaja for a solid bulky steel with Sheer Force or just Stealth Rocks. A lot of things that thing can do. So, some things I am concerned about. First of all, Glaceon. My team is a bit weak to Ice, so that's something to be worried about. Rotom Heat as well is very good into me. Good into a lot of my Pokemon that, I'm likely to bring. And Swampert as well, I believe, is surprisingly threatening into me. I think you might not bring it just because I have two very good grass types. But I still think Swampert's pretty good here. If you can just avoid having it in on Arboliva or Bramblegast, I think it's still pretty good. And Sylveon as well, very bulky, just hard for me to take down. And Wish Passing helps him kind of win the war of attrition a little bit. Let's go ahead get into the team builder. So first up, I have the Cobalion. This thing is great into most of his team. Notably checked by Rotom Heat, which is kind of a problem, but the Stone Edge should help mitigate that. Justified is huge here, because this thing sits in front of Wo-Chien, takes Ruinations, takes knockoffs, and gets attack boosts, and is able to break through it, basically no matter what Terra type it is. With my dual stab, I hit all of his Terra types for at least neutral damage. And I do threaten it if it doesn't Terra, or if he Terras Glaceon, I threaten it with Sacred Sword. With this attack, we always 2-hit KO Cyclizar with Sacred Sword, or we always one-shot it after a Sword Stance, which is very nice. With this little bit of defense investment, Cyclizar does nothing to me. Even with Temper Flare, it does like 20 off of max attack. It does like maybe 30. So that's always nice. And this speed is outspeeding a Rotom Heat, I believe. I'll have to double check. No, I don't think it's that. It's, what is it? It's outspeeding a Haunter. So, in case that thing shows up, I am able to outspeed it. So that's everything Haunter and below, which is most of his team. I think this thing is going to be very good in this matchup, especially because Wo-Chien is so likely. This thing just kind of sits in front of it. This also completely blanks Cyclizar. So that's two of his bigger threats, I think. Oh, and also Ironhead great for Sylveon as well. So with all that, I think this is a great mon in this matchup. Very, very good into a lot of his most threatening Pokemon. And I think Swords Dance with the Justified boost can run away with the game if we get a chance to. So I'm very excited about that. Next up, we have the specially defensive Silvally Steel. Now, originally, I was a more offensive. I was Silvally Ghost with Swords Dance and Flame Charge and Dragon Claw for hitting Cyclizar, because once he Terras Wo-Chien, he doesn't really have a very good Ghost resist outside of Cyclizar. But it felt a little redundant with Cobalion. It felt like they were kind of doing the same thing, and Silvally was just doing it a little bit worse. So I decided to bring a Steel Silvally with special defense investment for Glaceon and Sylveon, because those are both things that my team can struggle a bit into. We pivot around with U-turn. With this attack investment, we always 2-hit KO a max HP Glaceon with multi-attack. We have U-turn for pivoting, like I said. Toxic is for a Terra Ghost or Terra Fairy Wo-Chien, or if we manage to get it before it terastallizes. The Poison Terra does not remove Toxic. And obviously Grass Pledge for Swampert. With this, we are faster than every Swampert that isn't Timid. And if he's running Timid Swampert, like, that he's not going to be running Timid Swampert, It's not a thing worth considering. And I like the minus speed because it makes my Grass Pledge do more damage to hit harder into especially defensive Swampert, which I think is much more likely into me. We always 2-hit KO, max HP, and even with a little bit of special defense, Grass Pledge is always a 2-hit KO. So that's very nice. This thing is a solid pivot, solid defensive mon. Terra Ice Specs Glaceon Ice Beam does like 30 to me, which is awesome. And we always 2-hit KO with multi-attack. So I think this is going to be a great Pokemon in this matchup, a very good defensive pivot. And yeah, next up we have the Flygon. Now this may look like a bit of an interesting set, but I think it's going to go crazy, this matchup, actually. I think this set entirely blanks Rotom. Rotom literally does nothing to me. The reason I am Boom Burst is because something Rotom can do is it can burn me, and I don't want to be crippled by that. So we are running the strongest no drawback special move in the game in Boom Burst. This is stronger than Earth Power, by the way, with Stab included. Stab Earth Power is like 137 or something like that. Boom Burst is 140, obviously, as you can see, and it just hits his team extremely hard. And this thing just kind of sits in front of a lot of Pokemon. Gets me U-turn momentum, stays healthy with Roost, and then defogs away screens or hazards. So I think this is going to go actually really, really well, this matchup. I'm very happy with this set. We are speed creeping a max speed Glaceon, so I can afford to U-turn out on it for Chip or Boom Burst, as long as I'm confirmed that it's not Scarf. So that's the plan for this thing. Next up, we have the Hisuian Braviary with Heat Wave, Hurricane, Roost, and Psychic. Heat Wave is great into his Steel type, Caparaja. Hurricane, just solid, just neutral on everything pretty much. Roost for staying healthy, and Psychic for hitting a Terra Poison Wo-Chien, or just like hitting everything really hard. With the Sheer Force and Life Orb boost, we hit extremely hard. Like I said, Roost is to keep us healthy, and we are max speed to speed tie a Glaceon in case the game comes down to that. I really hope it doesn't, because that would suck to lose the game on a coin flip like that, but it's nice to have that 50% chance if it does come down to it. And like I said, Roost is for maintaining our health and making it so he can't really chip us down as easily. Next up, we have the Poison Touch Grafaiai with U-turn, knockoff, Poison Jab, and Encore. Poison Jab over Gunk Shot because I don't want to get screwed by a miss, and I like the 60% chance to poison. Wo-Chien really does not like being poisoned. Knockoff as well for removing items. U-turn for pivoting and contact, which triggers Poison Touch, and Encore for some of his like Sylveon stuff, or Wo-Chien, like clicking Leech Seed. I think this is a fantastic Pokemon in this matchup. His team is a little bit stally with like Wish Passing and Wo-Chien and stuff. And Encore is a wonderful stall breaker, especially coming off of a mon as fast as Grafaiai. I think this Pokemon has the capacity to kind of ruin his game plan a little bit. Just be a little annoying, you turn around, give me momentum, spread some poisons, remove items, and then lock him into a move and force switches. And I think this thing is going to go crazy, this matchup. And finally, we have the Eject Pack Arboliva with Terra Fairy. We have Leaf Storm and Eject Pack for momentum. We have the Terra Blast, which is stab before and after terrestrialization, which is very nice. Earth Power for hitting his steals, and Strength Sap for staying healthy. This is my Swampert check because I think Swampert's still really good into me, and I want to be able to deal with it. We have the Seed Sower to weaken Earthquake, and this thing is EV'd in a way that we live 2 banded Swampert Earthquakes, so we can switch in on it and it does like 60. This is after terrestrialization, without the resistance, by the way. So we switch in on it and it does about 60. And then with the Seed Sower, it does about like 30%. We live and we can Strength Sap our health back. Or just fire off a Leaf Storm for momentum. A lot of good things we can do from that spot. So that's the plan with this thing. And yeah, the plan is to pivot around, be kind of really annoying, maybe run away with the game with Cobalion and some justified stuff, and hopefully we can put ourselves in a spot where we can run away with the game. So I will see you guys in the battle. Alright, pretty standard, what I expected. Very notable that we don't see Wo-Chien. And honestly, I'm pretty happy about that. It does make my Cobalion a little bit worse, but it's still great for Sylveon, still great for Glaceon, still great for Cyclizar. He does have the Sticky Webs. I think he will probably lead with that. So I'm down to lead Flygon, to be honest. I'm really down. Because if he leads the Sticky Webs, we can just defog. I will be clicking Boom Burst turn 1, and then if he sets up the webs, we can defog it away and you turn out. So yeah, that's the plan. That's the turn 1 plan so far. I'm pretty happy to see no Wo-Chien, to be honest, because that thing is pretty annoying to break. I really don't mind. It does mean we know the Glaceon is coming. Yeah, there's the Spidops. The Glaceon is most likely Terra Ice, if I had to guess, and you know I kind of do. We're gonna Boom Burst, get our chip. There's the knock, gets rid of our leftovers. That's fine. I'm gonna Boom Burst again. Yeah, let me know in the comments if you figured out my obscure nickname theme. But yeah, I just like playing cards. What can I say? I'm a big fan of Euchre. I really like that. I really like that no hand is bad. You know, like obviously there's bad hands, but you can do a lot of things to mitigate having a bad hand. And you kind of have to play this game of trying to guess what the other players have. I'm going to U-turn into Grafaiai. Actually, I could U-turn into Silvally, but he clicks Wish. I think Grafaiai is fine overall. I could Silvally and try and Toxic him, and I think that's also fine. I'm cool removing a potential Sash and not having webs up. I think that's fine. I think that's a fine trade-off for losing my leftovers. It does suck a little bit. It does cut into our longevity, but we do have Roost. So we U-turn. He does stay in. I don't really want to reveal my Silvally, honestly. I'm down to just go into this. Clicks Baton Pass, goes into Cyclizar. I think I just go Cobalion. Cobalion hard walls this. Yeah, we get the justified boost. That's extremely nice. And I don't know what wants to come in on this, I'm gonna be honest. We might see what's Scarf here. I'm just gonna click Sacred Sword. If he goes into Sylveon, I'm fine, because we know that's not Scarf. And the Sacred Sword might pick this off. Oh, it's... Whoa, that's very defensive. Okay, well, now we click Stone Edge. Iron Head might kill as well. Let me calc this. Yeah, that's in range for that. Which means Stone Edge. Yep, and there goes one. That's one down. And he's facing down a +1 Cobalion here. The fact that he's taken so long means likely no Scarf on Rotom, because that thing comes in for free on this. If he goes Swampert, I switch into our Arboliva easy, and then click. Oh, Terra Fire? Sacred Sword's still fine. Oh, Stone Edge still hits Terrifier as well. That's interesting. That's very interesting. I am faster than you unless you're Scarf. That could very easily be Terrifier. Could very easily be Terrifier. I think I'm down to see if this is Scarf Terrifier. If it's not, I just win. Yep. Oh, it is Scarf Terrifier. Okay, that's interesting. Alright. We go into this. It is Scarf for sure. I'm down to click Boom Burst on whatever comes in. Sylveon is fine. Okay, Scarf Terrifier Glaceon is a bit of an issue, but it's manageable. You turn into this thing. Wish is okay. He probably protects here. I don't think Poison Jab has much of a switch. So yeah, Cyclozar is okay. We Poison Jab, and we don't get the 60% chance for Poison Touch. That's a little rough. Honestly, fine going Silvally. I would prefer not to have this thing take too much damage, but I'm down for a U-turn. Knockoff is fine, yep. We have the chance for a poison here, and we do get it. That's awesome. I think I go into this. We Terra Fairy and Leaf Storm. We threaten to kill this thing, and then we switch out. Yep. Give me my terrain boost, please. This thing is poisoned, which is nice. And the Rotom Heat comes out. We Leaf Storm. Whoa! Arboliva doing some crazy damage here. That did a lot. Let's... Grassy terrain. Where is that? Grassy. Oh, whoa. This thing is offensive. Offensive as hell. Let's go into Flygon. And click Boom Burst. Yep, Sylveon's fine. This thing's getting chipped. Looks like he doesn't have Protect on this thing. I'm down to U-turn. Honestly, down to U-turn into this guy. Whoa. Yeah, we take nothing from that, though. That's funny. I think we threaten a multi-attack here. Down to U-turn. We should be faster. I really don't want to allow Glaceon back in is the problem. I think U-turn is okay. Yeah, yep. We U-turn. And go into Arboliva. I believe I take Ice Beam to Arboliva after Terra Fairying does like half. And it would die if it stays in. So I'm down to click... I'm down to click Earth Power. If he goes Rotom, I just go back into Flygon. Getting Earth Power chip on this is okay. I'm down to click Terra Blast. I'm down. I don't think you do much to me. Losing Cobalion kind of sucks here, but I really should have. The way he was doing it, it was pretty obvious. It was Scarf Terrifier. Yeah. Yeah, this is going pretty well. Another Terra Blast should kill, but I could just go Flygon. And honestly, I think I'm going to do that. I think a Roost is okay. Oh, what? Excuse me? He might have thought I was going to switch there, but nah. I Boom Burst here? I'm down to keep doing this. Your Sylveon is getting a little low there, buddy. Well, I guess the grassy terrain helps it out a lot. I'm just going to keep doing the same thing if you're not going to stop me. Your team is getting chipped down a lot more than mine is. I really should have anticipated the Scarf Terrifier there. I really should have. It's alright though. I wanted to make him have it so I could get a shot at winning. I thought he might have been bluffing, was the issue there. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm confident, maybe not confident in the play I made, but I'm confident in my reasoning, you know? Because a lot of my background in, like, strategic games comes from card games. Shout out Legends of Runeterra. And forcing them to have the thing that stops you from winning is a pretty decent strategy in those games. I think going Silvally is fine. Force him out. Yeah. This is probably Baton Pass Wish Mystical Fire Hyper Voice. Clicking multi-attack here is pretty obvious. I'm just gonna... Well, honestly, the downside is right. I go Arbalava and then I just Strength Sap. But he could just kill me. I think I'm down to... If it comes to that, I'm down to trade Arbalava for this. Yep, we kill the Sylveon. That's awesome. And there goes his thing that was keeping his team alive. We U-turn on whatever comes in here, except for Sylveon. Well, actually, or Glaceon. I don't even know if that thing kills me. Because I'm very specially bulky. Fire? Is this right? There's no way this is right. There's actually no way. Fire? Blast? Are you telling me that does 30? Really quick, I wanted to explain why this calc is wrong here. If you're not interested in the technical calcing stuff, you can skip to this timestamp that's on the screen right now. Okay, so Silvally really doesn't work in this calculator, and I'm going to explain why. So, first of all, what Silvally does in the base game is, depending on the memory it's holding, it changes its type to that memory, and it also gets multi-attack as the type of that memory as well. So, in this calculator, that's not how it works. To demonstrate this, I'm gonna show you some numbers on the screen. So, as we can see right now, we are a normal type, we have no memory, and our multi-attack is doing this much damage. Now, let's give us the flying memory. So as you can see, we should be immune to Earth Power, and we should be taking super effective damage from Blizzard. But both of them are still hitting us for the same damage. This means that giving Silvally the memory does not change its type. It just changes the type of its multi-attack. As you can see, it was doing about 20, now it's doing about 30. So if we remove this, you can see that the super effective damage on multi-attack is working. Okay, so now let's look at Silvally flying. So as you can see, now the type is working. Let's give it multi-attack. But as you can see here, multi-attack is not doing the damage it's supposed to be doing. But we are immune to Earth Power, and we are taking super effective damage from Blizzard. Now let's see what happens if we give it the flying memory. So, now our multi-attack is doing more damage. So, to summarize this, basically, Silvally's type, which affects stab and our weaknesses and resistances, is controlled manually by choosing one of these: Silvally Bug, Silvally Dark, Silvally Dragon, normal Silvally. That's what selects our type. Our multi-attack type is determined by the memory we're holding. Now the thing is, these Silvally types do not automatically hold a memory. Silvally Bug does not hold the bug memory by default. You have to give it the bug memory. In the team builder, it showed as Silvally Normal, which is fine, because in the team builder, holding the memory changes it into that type of Silvally. But in this, it doesn't. So In the team builder, if you select normal Silvally and give it the steel memory, it will turn into Silvally Steel, but not in the calculator. So that's where the disconnect was happening. So I hope that helps. We did have another calc error. My opponent in this match did also have a calculator error with Silvally. He got confused as to how much damage he would be taking because it was not holding a memory by default. So the multi-attack was showing a normal type move when it wasn't a normal type move. But regardless, I figured I would explain this, and yeah, now back to your regularly scheduled content. There's no shot. Oh, I grass pledge here. That looks like banned. That looks like banned to me. Yeah, that's banded. The way he's playing with this, it looks like, the way he's playing with this, it looks like it's fast. I don't want to risk Silvally on that, so I double into Flygon here. Ooh, that crit sucks, but it's not the end of the world. I think U-turn is fine. U-turn probably kills this. Yeah, U-turn's good. And then I just go into Arboliva. Arboliva kind of walls like the last three things he has. I think he loses here. I have revealed the grass pledge on Silvally, and he is faster than me actually. Which means he's timid banned? Is that timid banded Swampert? I didn't even notice that. Does this thing get poison jab or something? I don't know if he would even run it because it does. That looks like a poison jab coming out. Terra Fairy. Yeah, that doesn't even kill me, bro. I'm just gonna Strength Sap. And I'm back to full. And now I click Earth Power. I click Earth Power for free here. It's good to know. Good to know early that the calc gets Silvally wrong. I'm fine. Like, I'm down to do this if you want. I'll click Sap again. Your Swampert's getting chipped here. And now your Cyclizar's taking poison damage. And now I click Earth Power again. If one of these hits your Glaceon, you're screwed. Yeah, that's the game, looks like. Now I just click Earth Power again. That doesn't even do half. And there goes the last threat to my team, pretty much. This thing gets owned by Terra Fairy, Terra Blast. And then, how do I deal with Swampert is the problem. Because Swampert is faster than my Silvally. That minus Speed Nature might come back to bite me. And it's fine, I'll just click Strength Sap. I literally, neither of these two things can kill me. Arboliva is showing its value here. This is crazy. The entire team is walled. There's literally nothing he can do to me anymore. I just click Terra Blast. Yeah. Yeah. Yep, there's the poison jab. Arboliva going nuts. Arboliva actually walled out his entire last three teammates. That's insane. That's actually crazy. And it took like 50 from a Sylveon, or from a Glaceon Ice Beam? And I wasn't even specially defense invested? That's insane. Arbalova is a goated Terra captain, because that was crazy. I didn't even bring out my Braviary. That was insane. Well played to Fuego, and I'll see you guys for the post-game analysis. Alright guys, it's a little bit after the battle, and I don't feel like there's too much to analyze, to be honest. I'm very happy with how I played that game. I think I played to my outs very well. I'm happy with my improvement as, a player of this game. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all the support. And I will see you for the rest of this season and all the other ones that come afterward. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later.